Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a mouse. It's a Mighty Mouse, actually. It says Mighty Mouse on the side of the vehicle. And this one is located on the south spawn of Minsk under the command of Awppenheimer. And he's got 2 marks on his barrel and he's platooned with Hornet. And he's got 3 marks on his barrel. Yes, it actually says Danger Mouse. So it's got the Danger Mouse symbol on the side of the vehicle. It says, I got this. Yep, special skin that was made by Jazz to liven up our mighty mice. Well, it's got a 128mm gun, and there's only one of these in the world and it's at Kubinka, the Russian tank museum, and it's quite a sight, but it's not a working tank because they didn't deck out the inside with the necessary bits to make it a working tank. Now the 128mm gun is capable of 490 alpha and penetrating 246mm of armor. It's got a 11-second reload, and he just put a mouse through the front of the mouse on the enemy team, lining up. The weak spots are the rounded bits right next door to the mantlets on the side of the turret or the sides of the vehicle. Or if you want to fire at the front, then you have to get between the tracks. There's a little spot between the tracks. Lower plate there, you can take that out. No, he didn't penetrate that because the other mouse angled his turret just enough to deflect the shot. You don't want to look directly at the enemy, you want to look away. And so the way you do this is you actually turn the turret to look elsewhere, and then you hold down your right hand mouse key and turn to look at the enemy. And that way the turret's looking somewhere else and you're looking at the enemy. And if you do that right, then the enemy can't penetrate you, but you can see them and see what they're doing, and then turn the turret when you want to shoot. Just like that. Now he didn't penetrate that one, and the enemy did get around into him for 161, but that mouse is now using HE. He's given up trying to penetrate with armor piercing, and well, Awppenheimer's using APCR. Just pull back a bit because he doesn't want to lose the round into that post. Didn't get that one through. And he's taken another round from HE from that mouse who just doesn't seem to know how to handle his vehicle. And that was a low roll, 465. That mouse is about to die because he's down to 253. And Awppenheimer won't miss. Nope, he's got him. Well, that's the first kill for Awppenheimer. And we yet to see Hornet get a win. It's Hornet 10, by the way. That's his full name. Okay, we're pulling back from this position. There's Hornet. He's working the other corner. Oh, no, this is interesting. 60 TP. Which is a Polish tier 10 heavy, and they're notorious because they've got a very, very good gun and fairly tough armor. Very difficult to pen those ones, but not so difficult if you can shoot through their sides. Okay, that 60 TP is in a lot of trouble now. He's receiving fire from 2 different enemy tanks at the same time, and Hornet 10 gets his first kill. And that T-62's bitten off more than he can chew, because he's now being assaulted by 4 different tanks. Yep, and he's gone as well. IS-4 right at the end. Arty's targeting. Okay, well, we've got an ST2. And that's the tier 10 double barrel tank. Quite a formidable tank at that. But the Subconk's just been killed. The IS-4's dead. The ST2 is pulling back. And it's quite wise because they're 5 tanks down now. And he's about to get assaulted by 2 mice at the same time. Well, there's 1 into him, and that's a high roll. Hornet's the other side. He's now in a lot of trouble. If he hadn't pulled back, if he'd pulled back sooner, he might have stayed in the game, but now he's out the game. Oh, now that's a dangerous enemy. That is the Heshbon. Now, he's firing the high explosive squash head rounds, and well, they do tend to do a lot of damage. Ooh, T100LT, and he's trying to get away, I think, or is he covering another corner? Well, if I remember correctly, the Hesh rounds will do 1,750 hit points of damage if they can pen properly. But Awppenheimer shows no fear, and he's got this. And just as it says on the side of the vehicle, hello. Oh, he got us for a lot of hit points, and he tries to ram us, and that goes badly for him. Yep, the hull of that vehicle isn't very strong, neither is the turret, but the gun is absolutely enormous. And, oh, that's T100LT, he's trying to run away, not going to work. There's only so far you can run in that thing. All he's doing is prolonging the inevitable. I think he's gone into that little corner, has he? Or no, he's actually sitting on that junction, waiting for us to arrive. It's going to be over momentarily. There goes the T100. I told him it was going to be inevitable. The Conqueror gun carriage is gone, and that's it. Game over. Nice victory for Mighty Mouse. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first-class tanker for Awppenheimer in the Mouse. He managed to get a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. He got 7. He got a Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A Fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And he also got a Fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. And best of all, he got a Battle Hero medal. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game. Let's have a look at the team scores, see exactly how it all fared. Well, 7,095 hit points of damage to Awppenheimer. The next high scorer was that Heshbarn with 4,006. Of course, he didn't fare so well against Awppenheimer, who just sort of like finished him off with a nice little nudge. Well, actually, he rammed against Awppenheimer and just came off worse. And the next high scorer after that was Hornet 10 with 3,560 hit points of damage, followed by the Progetto 65 on the enemy team with 3,500. When it came to kills, it was still Awppenheimer with the highest amount. 4 kills for him, 2 kills for the T92 HMC and the T57 Heavy, and Hornet 10 all got 2 kills, and the T100LT on the enemy team was the only other player on the enemy team who got more than 1 kill. He got 2. And when it came to base XP, yes, it's Awppenheimer. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,209 base experience points wasn't enough for an ace tanker. The Mouse is a very heavily played tank, and a lot of people have played it and done very well. So you have to go some if you're going to get a very good ace tanker. Yes, you probably have to get over 10k damage just to get an ace tanker. Well, probably not 10k, probably about 9k damage will probably be an ace tanker. 1,012 goes to Hornet 10, 816 to the T62A. Awppenheimer fired 20 rounds, got 19 direct hits and 15 penetrations, damage of 7,095 hit points, all of it at close than 300 meters. He received 7 hits from the enemy. 3 of them were penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, and 2 hits by way of splash damage. Well, the splash damage ones came from the mice, or the opposite numbered mouse. One of the penetrations came from the Heshbarn. It was quite a big one actually as well. He did fire a Hesh round in. It did the job, but didn't get a full roll. In fact, did very little comparatively. And I think the other one may have come from one of the mice as well. But he actually blocked damage of 1,340 hit points in total. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 481 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium account, he earned 70,405 credits, got 31,682 from battle payments, total 147,851, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 45,165 credits. He received 1,209 XP times 2 for the first victory, got 272 because he entered the battle in a platoon already with Hornet 10, and earned 3,900 altogether. So, very good round for Awppenheimer there. He was a bit worried that he'd actually missed or lost this replay, but he found it again and we've done the video for him. So I'm sure he's happy about that. And I'm sure Hornet was happy as well, because a pair of mice going at the enemy like that, it was really invincible. Both together, there was no chance any enemy tank that tried to get past them was going to get hammered, even if it was just the mice doing it, but it was everyone else as well joining in. So a pretty good game because it all worked out. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We're only a small channel, well, small in terms of number of subscribers, but we have an absolutely massive library of videos. We're getting close to 5,600 videos now, and it won't be long before we have 6,000 come up. So that's more than Quickie Baby, Jingles, and a few other players, a few other community contributors all together. Yes, we've been generating videos only since 2017. Yes, for only 2 years, but we've generated more videos than they have, and they've been operating for nearly 10 years now. So that's, yeah, that's quite interesting. Actually, it's not 10 years. I think the most that they've been operating for is 8 years. So, yes, a lot more videos than the opposition. But the good news is that if you actually do have a good replay and you send it in, we'll have a look at it and see if we can do it and put it on our channel. Thanks for watching.